Hi, welcome back to Clerk's Corner. My name is Jennifer Kirby, a Court Services Director here at the Citrus County Clerk of Court and Comptroller, and today we're going to discuss traffic citations.
How does the clerk's office help someone who gets a ticket?
Once the citation is filed with our office, we'll process it timely, validate the information to send to FLHSMV, and make sure that it appears on the driving record correctly. And when the customer comes in with the citation in order to satisfy it, we will walk them through their options.
How much is a traffic ticket?
So this depends on what offense or violation the officer cited. All civil penalties are determined by statute and by county ordinances. The most common penalties that we see coming through our office range between $113 and $281. But there are exceptions, like failing to stop for a school bus. That violation and penalty is $371. Speeding in a school zone or work zone, construction zone, can go as high as $456, depending on the speeds cited and other variables such as if there are workers present in the construction zone. Improper riding or having your wheels off the ground is a civil penalty. For the first offense is $1,166.
What are my options? Proof tickets.
Options vary depending on the violation that's listed on the citation. So for instance, if a person is cited for failure to provide proof of valid registration, insurance, or driver's license, that customer can, within 30 days of issuance of the citation, bring in that proof that was valid at the time of the stop and pay a dismissal fee of $10. If the proof was not valid at the time of the stop, but it's valid at the time of payment, the customer can come in with that valid proof and pay the full penalty that's listed on the citation. Another option is the clerk's option, or a plea of nolo contendere. A customer can elect this once in a 12-month period or 3 times in their lifetime, and it allows a person to pay a reduced fine amount of $93.75 for registration or driver's license, or $75.90 for insurance. In order to elect this, they would need to make that payment, submit a clerk's option affidavit, and provide proof that their registration, insurance, or driver's license is now currently valid.
What are my options? Non-moving violations.
For non-moving violations, this is, for instance, window tint or a seatbelt violation. A person can pay in full. They can enroll in a payment plan and make monthly installments to pay the full penalty, or they can elect a not guilty plea, which is where they want to contest the citation and be seen in front of a traffic hearing officer.
What are my options? Moving violations.
For moving violations, such as speeding or running a red light, a customer has the option to pay in full, to enroll in a payment plan, or do the not guilty plea and request for hearing, same as with the non-moving violations. With moving violations, however, points are assessed to the driving record if paid in full or going on a payment plan. So there are other options available, such as taking a 4-hour basic driver improvement course. And after electing that within the first 30 days, a person does have 60 days to complete it, and then points will be withheld from their driver's license. Another option is called a plea of no contest. This is where you fill out a form and you submit it to us. We will go ahead and take that and submit it to the judge along with your driving record, and the judge can review and determine whether or not to approve that request or that plea. If it is approved, the adjudication is withheld and points will not be assessed to your driver's license. If it is denied, your case will be set for hearing.
Is traffic school required if someone gets a ticket?
Our office will never require a person to take traffic school. For a moving violation that points can assess on your driving record, a person can elect traffic school if they are eligible. There are some instances where FLHSMV does require a person to take traffic school in addition to the penalty. Examples of this can be failing to stop for a school bus or running a red light. And there are some additional examples in the link below.
What are the eligibility requirements for traffic school?
When a person asks for election of traffic school, there are 3 questions that we ask. Number 1, have you elected to take traffic school in the past 12 months? If no, have you elected to take it 5 times in your lifetime? If no, do you hold a commercial driver's license? If the answer is no to all 3 questions, that person is more than likely eligible. When we talk about an election for traffic school, this means if you've ever elected it, it does not matter whether you've actually completed it, and it does not matter if you've elected it in another county. If you've ever elected it in the state of Florida, it counts.
How many points go on a license when a ticket is received?
The amount of points that go on your driving record is determined by FLHSMV, and it depends on the violation. The points typically range between 3 to 6 and can be found at the link below.
What are the payment options for a traffic ticket?
So as we've talked about, a person has 30 days to make an election in order to satisfy their citation. And if that's not done, late fees are assessed to the case and the license is submitted for suspension. But if the person comes in and the suspension is pending and the citation's paid in full, including the late fees, we can absolutely clear it right here in our office. If the suspension has already taken effect and the person comes in or contacts our office, we can still go ahead and take that payment and we can reinstate right here too, avoiding a trip to another agency.
What should you do if you have questions about today's episode?
Thank you so much for joining us this week for Clerk's Corner. If you have any questions regarding traffic citations, please feel free to drop a comment below. We'll see you next week for our next episode.